We talk about silver a lot lately with the market driving. When are we going to see $50 an ounce? And that's to be. But one thing we don't talk about is something that probably most of us didn't know actually existed. Silver nickels. Now, back in the 1800s, we had, before the 5-cent piece made out of nickel existed, we had half dimes made out of silver. But the United States government actually, for a very short period, made nickels out of silver. During the war years, it's the series everybody forgets, but it's one of my favorites because of a number of things. Let's talk about it. So when we talk about the wartime effort and the changes made by the Treasury Department and the U.S. Mint, we go to the steel cent in 1943, and then we go to the Hawaii notes and North Africa notes, which also started in 1943. However, we don't talk a lot about the one that started in 1942 and lasted the entire war effort, and that is between 1942 and 1945, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of our 5-cent piece, which was made out of nickel, and made them out of silver because nickel was a precious metal. To mark the coins so we would know, they put the mint mark above the Monticello Dome on the reverse. You're seeing that right here, but that right there is a U.S. Mint first. In 1942, we put the P mint mark on a circulating U.S. coin for the first time ever. And the 42, 43, 44, and 45, the 4 different Philadelphia issued silver nickels all have that mark. Now, Denver has the D, San Francisco has the S. As you can see, this opportunity tonight is for the complete collection. There are 11 of them altogether. 2 and 42, and then we have 3, 3, and 3 in 43, 44, and 45. Beautiful uncirculated. And then the very, very popular, what they call Capital Plastics display, hard plastic, big proof set lens, protecting all of these gorgeous uncirculated coins. But whenever I talk about these coins, other than the excitement of the coin, and this is something that we've never done again. I mean, in 2004, 2005, when we celebrated the Westward Journey by Lewis and Clark, and the Louisiana Purchase made by President Jefferson back in 1803, the 200th anniversary, we brought out special nickels because Jefferson is on our nickel, right? We didn't touch silver in 2004 and 2005. Why not? We could have. We made special coins. We brought back the Buffalo nickel for 6 months in 2005. Only once this small time frame, and it's a gorgeous collection, an affordable collection. Because think about this, $197.45 divided by 11 is what? Under $18 a coin. It's actually $17.95 a coin. My competition for the same exact coins you're seeing on your screen right now, on a coin-by-coin basis, range from $26.50 all the way up to $65.50, the expensive one being the very first 42P, the upper left-hand corner piece, just because, when you're looking at it the other way anyways, this one's the bottom coin, because it's the first ever mint mark on a U.S. coin from Philadelphia. And it happens to have a crazy story to go with it. If you add up all 11 of theirs with the ranges between those $2 amounts, you're over $500. I mean, if you want to buy the 1944, which is the difficult year in this grouping, the 44P, they're at $68.50. The 44D, they're at $69.50. And the 44S, they're at $63.50. That's over $200 for one set of 3 coins that are in our 11 coins set. So whenever we get enough, we bring them out. The other part is I've seen these. I know you have seen these. And in circulated condition, they're kind of they're great to have, love them. They are silver. But the unique thing is, It's kind of like a steel cent. The war coinage, the difference between a circulated coin and an uncirculated coin are completely 360 of each other. You know a circulated coin and you appreciate an uncirculated coin. It's that big of a difference. And these coins we've been bringing in all are just outright beauties. The other thing to think about, and why these are so hard to put together today, is, well, during the war years, if we had extra cash, what were we doing? We were buying war bonds. We weren't saving rolls of silver nickels and putting them aside. The average individual just was not doing that. Which is why today, if you want to go to a show, a big show, and find a roll of any of these 11, that would be a task. Finding two, it would be like the best show ever. It takes months and months and months of networking with people to find me rolls. And they just evolve and bounce up every once in a while. And unfortunately, if I don't have a 43S, I don't have a set, do I? That's just the nature of any collection. But this is a short collection. It is the biggest collection of the war years. Again, we had 4 Hawaii notes, 3 North Africa notes, silver certificates, yellow seal, brown seal. We had the steel cent in 1943, and then the shell casing cents of 44, 45, and 46. But the one that always is fun to talk about is the silver war nickels between 42 and 45, the 11 coins we have here tonight. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. The stories these coins tell, from the first time ever and only time ever, a 5-cent piece, modern, made out of silver. Remember, the old ones I said were called half dimes. That was back in the 1840s, 1850s, and earlier. We introduced the metal called nickel in 1866 for the 5-cent piece, the shield nickel. And we nicknamed it the nickel shortly thereafter because it was made out of nickel. The mint mark being on the back of the coin prominently from the Philadelphia Mint, first time ever in the history of the U.S. Mint, going back to 1793. Silver nickels, first time ever. Mint mark, first time ever. All great stuff. And tonight, our numbers, individually, $17.95 a piece. Do we have them available individually? On our website, avccoins.com, I bet you we have a couple of them here and there. I don't believe we have all 11 right now. Usually the 2 or 3 of them that we need to build sets are the ones that we're holding on to make these sets possible. But we might be lucky. What we have 1 or 2 extra of might be exactly what you need. But the bottom line is this. All of them. One spot, uncirculated, crazy price. Don't miss out.